What's going on? This is Coach Marcus Pro Fan Talk, and it was good until it wasn't. Chicago Sky playing better, but not gelling. Angel Reese is playing better. Camila Cardoso is playing better. Rachel Banham is playing better. Ariel Atkins was playing better until she got hurt. As of right now, 11:50 p.m., I haven't heard anything else about her injury. I don't know how serious it is. I don't know how long she's going to be out. None of that. However, 15 minutes, she only had 2 points, but this game withstanding, she had been playing better. Elizabeth Williams had been playing better. Rebecca Allen, who had 10 points tonight. The Chicago Sky as a whole is playing better, but they are just not. Something's missing. There's always something missing. They got the win the other day. Now you're trying to duplicate that. You knew Minnesota was going to be looking for some get back. You already knew that. So you got to prepare yourself for that. And you got to survive the onslaught. They had a decent first quarter. They were down by 4, 28-24. High scoring first quarter in the game. And then Chicago took the lead in that second quarter, 22-16. Great second quarter. And they really put the work in. And in the third quarter, Minnesota claws its way back. And in the fourth quarter, Minnesota just put it on them with an 8-point lead, 23-15, and ultimately winning 91-78. Angel Reese continues to do Angel Reese things. Another double-double. Like I said a couple weeks ago, Angel Reese can get a double-double in her sleep. That's where she is now. You looking to expect it. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. 5 turnovers though. This is what you deal with when the ball is in your hands a little bit more. That comes with the territory. When you got the ball in your hands and when you trying to make passes and get them assists up there, the turnovers are gonna come. We criticize Caitlin Clark for all the turnovers she had, but she has the ball in her hands almost every play. It's bound to happen. Camila Cardoso, 3 for 7 from the floor, but only 6 points, as opposed to what happened the other game. They're kind of inconsistent with their play. You need them Twin Towers to go together. Rachel Banham, I was not high on her for a couple of weeks, and I was big on maybe they should let Hailey Van Lith play a little bit more. Maybe not. What do I say? Keep it basketball, let it play itself out. And slowly but surely, it is. Hailey Van Lith not ready yet. Rachel Banham is playing much better than she was at the beginning. So she should be out there more often. HVL, 9 minutes of play, 2 for 5 from the floor. I guess not bad, but not great. Turned the ball over twice in 9 minutes. So Rebecca Allen had a good game. Kia Nurse, 4 points from her, 1 for 3 from the floor, plus some free throws. But you got the usual suspects. You know what you're gonna get from Angel Reese. Teams will play you either let Angel Reese go off because ain't nobody else gonna get enough shots, or you cover her, put the kibosh on her, and make everybody else beat you. They're not playing bad. They just something is not clicking. They're not finishing games. That's what it comes down. They're not finishing games. Because, I mean, let's be real. They shot 48% from the floor, 43% from deep. They were shooting the ball well. And that's always my big thing. Did they make the open shots? And it looks like they did. So did Minnesota. The turnover game, you're not going to win the games turning the ball over 18 times. Point period in the paragraph. You are not going to win turning the ball over 18 times. Can't do that. Minnesota got 24 points off turnover to Chicago's 15. That's a problem. WNBA site got them at 19 turnovers, not 18, 19. So everything else was even though. Points in the paint, 34-36. That's pretty much even. Second chance points, 5-7. Fast break points. Minnesota got them with the fast break points, 16-9. Biggest lead was 13 for Minnesota. Biggest lead was 10 for Chicago. So Chicago had them for a minute. But you got to be able to finish. Got to play 4 quarters of basketball. And it looks like that second half got away from them. Now, everybody going to be talking about tomorrow, Angel Reese crashing out in the middle of the game, dealing with some fans on the sidelines. I don't know who those people were. They were in Chicago. So you can't blame the fan response on anybody else. They was courtside. Now, it is possible they could have been somewhere else. I heard some report that said they may have been like Barstool Sports people. I don't know. I don't know who they were. But here's one thing that I do know. This is where you got to be careful. And this is where you got to pump your brakes. And this is what I would say this to Angel. When you're courtside, everything that is said is heard by everybody. And I thought it was interesting that when she was going off, pointing and head bobbing, the officials obviously heard what was going down. Because the dude, when she was on the free throw line, the official said something to her on the free throw line. And the official said it. They didn't call security. If they did call security, I didn't see where they came. And because I would have figured that they would have showed something like that. Maybe they did. I don't know. But the one thing I know is when you that when you are on the court like that, courtside seats, somebody heard something. I guarantee you whatever was said was recorded. You hear everything on those courts. If it would have been out of bounds, they would have been kicked out quickly. So I'm curious if any audio is going to come out from what was actually said, regardless of who it was, because the WNBA can't be doing an investigation if it's simply fans doing what fans do. You suck. You can't do this. It just giving her the business. Now, it is kind of weird that they were in Chicago and you would think that it was Chicago fans. Obviously, they weren't Chicago fans if she get into it. Or maybe they were Chicago fans frustrated with what they saw and maybe she didn't like what was said, or I don't know what the situation was. But if it was fans giving you regular fan business, gotta be careful, and you can't be crashing out because of that. That comes with the territory. That is another part of the ugly side of being popular, being mainstream. You're going to get this stuff from the fans who are courtside, good and bad, and you got to be able to deal with it, period. You can't kick everybody out because you don't like what they said. Now, if they cross the line, they cross the line. That is a different conversation. But if they giving you the business because they in their court seats and they done paid to say what they want to say, as long as they not being disrespectful, as long as they ain't making it racial and the obvious stuff, you got to eat it. You got to eat it, because if you constantly going at the fans, that means you ain't concentrating on what you're supposed to be doing on the court. The only time you're supposed to get into it with fans is if somebody crosses the line. Are they talking about your family? Are they being disrespectful? Are they calling you out your name? Are they putting the isms and the ists? Are they putting that element into it? God knows what everybody would have been saying if the game had been played in Indiana or somewhere else where everybody just itching to come up with a narrative. They already trying to boycott Indiana anyways, and it's like, you can't do that. So now they got a taste of their own medicine in Chicago. So you got to be careful. The WNBA can't investigate everything, and it probably shouldn't need an investigation, because I am certain that there were probably microphones on the floor. And usually if you courtside and something like that's going on, somebody down there was recording something on their phone. Guarantee you they were. So all I'm saying is, if it crossed the line, if it was disrespectful, if it was warranted for that type of reaction for Angel Reese, so be it. But if it was just your standard fans acting like jerks and saying something and just normal fandom, can't crash out over that. That comes with the territory, and you got to learn how to deal with it.